we all hate passwords. Specifically, the increased constraints for strengthened passwords. It's literally impossible to remember all the passwords that we use for different services. The argument is that even though it's very hard to remember them, they are very long. And that's why a lot of companies basically supplemented password with different authentication, like security questions, and use that, and two-factor authentication. So these methods are definitely more secure. The problem with them is that they make it even harder for the user to log on to services. And that's evident in the low adoption rate of two-factor authentication, even though it's more secure. And if it's not being adopted, it's not really protecting anything. It seems like we went into a wrong direction. We need to provide solutions that not only they're secure, but they're also convenient for the user to use. So my name is Edward Mayer, and I am the CTO of Cloudwear. We assembled a great team of engineers from Google, SpaceX, and other companies. Earlier this year, we also presented at the main stage of TED. In Vancouver, we were also top 60 startup at TechCrunch Disrupt New York earlier this year. And now we're here to share this with our local community to see if we actually can find engineers to join our team. So, as I mentioned, we are here to actually provide a solution that puts us in that sweet spot. We want to provide security solutions that are not only stronger in terms of authentication security, but they are also convenient for the user, to the point that are actually pretty much invisible to the user. The user does not have to do anything. And without further ado, I'm going to actually jump into a demo and show you how it works. It's called passwordless login. So obviously it doesn't require password. So let me go ahead and show you the demo. As you see, this login page does not have this password field. All I needed to do was to enter my email and actually log me in. As easy as it looked, and that's how we want it to be, it was more secure than password-based authentication, and it was actually more secure than the golden standard of authentication, which is two-factor authentication right now. And let's see what happened actually under the hood. So as soon as I initiated a authentication session through the browser, we used our patented technology to detect your authorized phone to be pretty much next to the laptop you tried to log in from. And we don't solely rely on what laptop tells us and what the mobile phone tells us. We make sure that the phone is not tampered with by actually checking its location and other data around it through a third party. So we work with AT&T to actually triangulate your phone through AT&T towers, which is pretty much outside of hacker control. So even though it's very hard, if the hacker was able to spoof the phone, they cannot spoof the AT&T tower triangulation. And you might think that, okay, this only works through BLE, Bluetooth Low Energy, or a specific type of device. Actually, the method that I explained to you is one of the pathways that we do authentication, invisible authentication. We use basically different pathways to support all kinds of devices and all kinds of platforms, logging in from desktop or mobile phone or a browser. And actually, at core, it's a basically authentication engine. It's a big data authentication engine that takes into account many real-time signals that a lot of them are outside of hackers' control to basically provide an authenticity risk analysis of each connection. And if you think about it for a moment, this completely changes the way authentication works. Right now, it works like a gate. You go, you sign in, and then you're in. And that actually opens for a lot of attacks, including session hijacking. With this, basically a real-time API that constantly can be used to authenticate your request on the back end, invisible to the user, you can provide continuous authentication to your users. Now that you've seen a little bit of our technology, and there's a lot more to it, I'll just tell you that we are hiring. And we will be looking into embedded character blockers and also iOS and JS SDKs. Thank you.